Jonah with Songbird Agency. Here with Jay from Barley Mow Brewery, sweet new brewery here in Largo, and just want to have a quick Q&A with him. Basically, we've paired up with Jay and Colleen to help them launch their social media here in Largo as a way to try to bring some more exposure to them, because we're really jealously wanting to keep them around in a large way. So I decided to kind of sit down with Jay and see what his experience was tonight, since we've done a lot of like different things that he hasn't done yet. So Jay, how'd it turn out?
It was outstanding. It was better than we had anticipated. I mean, we pretty much, with the startup of this, it's just Colleen and I. So there's a lot of stuff that we know that we should be doing, and that we just don't have the time to be doing. So this was huge for us because it moved us forward beyond where we could have ever gotten ourselves. And it's now we're out there. The beer community is an extremely wired community, so we know that it's important to Foursquare, Twitter, all of it. Everybody's on it. It gives us the ability to get a special in our customers' pocket, as opposed to print ads and creative loafing and whatnot. So we've been extremely happy with how tonight went.
And you guys are used to like being in different areas where like community is very thick, and so you moved to Largo as kind of like a thought leadership. Like this is the first that Largo's ever had of any kind of like an indie folk 600 block St. Pete scene. Largo's not seen this before, right?
Yeah, as far as we know, I mean, we kind of looked at this as an untapped market for we kind of picked a location that was centrally located in Pinellas County that didn't have anything similar to what we were trying to accomplish, and we did it based on the whim that people would come, that people were around, that were hungry for something like this in this area. And eventually, once we start to brew, then we will become sort of a destination. But in the meantime, it's like, this is an untapped market, and this, the last 3 weeks of being open, we've really found that that's the case. That people stop in and say, "Wow, I can't believe that you guys are doing this. We're really excited that you're here."
Yeah. So tonight's move to have like live music, which is something you guys were planning on doing, really worked out well. Obviously, kind of like position you as being the live music venue. Obviously, also bringing in some like new artists and their following as a way to give you further exposure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's we're being tied into the music community. I mean, in a lot of places where we go, we see the same acts all the time. It's not that there's anything wrong with having the guys playing Jack Johnson and Jimmy Buffett every other day, but I mean, we didn't want to fall into that category. We wanted to become a music destination where people would be interested in checking our calendar, and having Adam kick it off was, I mean, it was perfect. We're gonna be the place for bluegrass. We're gonna be the place for punk rock, and this was a great way to kick it off.
Which, when you mention punk rock, I think that's kind of your background, isn't it?
I don't know if it's really. It's hard to say. I don't really have a background.
You're a musician, though.
I am a musician, but I definitely fell more into that folk indie scene. But I don't know. I think my passion is for punk rock a little bit.
But it helps you though to like have an idea of like what Adam and Randall in the band and like Alexander and the Grapes and like what they're going through. You understand that because you're a musician, so you understand how to be on the other end.
Sure, and it's a lot of these times it's I've been the starving artist, the one who wanted to play the gigs, and we used to do the same thing where we were willing to. It wasn't so much about just having a gig; it's about where it was. And we want to provide an atmosphere that is, that promotes that kind of creativity.
Yeah.
Like, we want to be a place where we're not begging guys to come and play. We want to be a place where people want to come and play because there are people that are showing up that want to hear this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's not there's not a lot of those places left. Where you can find good original local music.
Original songwriters. Yeah, no, I think it's excellent. So kind of getting back to the social media side, like, is there a few things that you've learned tonight?
I sent my first tweet yesterday. It's pretty sweet. I don't know where it went. I don't know who got it, but but I sent it. So
that's good.
And it's a little bit, like I said, for us it's like I'm not a completely a completely inept, you know, we have Facebook, you know, we text, we do this, but it's like there's a lot of stuff that we really didn't know how to use it, but we know that it's important to use it, and this has been a great learning tool for us to kind of jump in there and figure it out.
So tonight's event is kind of like bringing you guys a little more awareness of how Facebook, Twitter, social media like Foursquare, you know, other realms too that maybe are like a little more like the 10 percentile market can bring a little more exposure to you guys and bring you traffic. I mean, okay, so final question before I have like one like funny wrench question. Final total thought about how this impacted your business tonight financially. You know, 1 to 10 scale, how much better is it because of tonight versus what it would have been?
I mean, tonight's event, definitely, you know, it's for the very little bit amount of, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, for the little amount of money that we put into this, you know, it definitely is coming back to us, you know, big time. And I'm not, you know, I'm very conscious about what it is moving forward for us. You know, it's not just about tonight, it's about like, you know, taking what we've learned tonight and capitalizing on it and rolling it into the part of the business. I mean, you know, I want to start doing this. You know, we want to do this every night.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get
live music, songwriters, open mic.
And this is the way to get in there to kind of capitalize on it.
Yeah. Cool. So one rich question here. So you made this table?
I did make this table.
So he makes beer.
It's Colleen.
He creates business, and Colleen over
Colleen.
here.
Colleen, what are your thoughts about tonight? How do this?
I think it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
So you learned about social media. Like, what was there anything that you were picking up that you were like, wow, I'm really vibing with that?
I didn't learn a lot about social media except that it's cool. A lot of people do it.
Apparently, a lot of people are really into it.
That's cool.
People are really into it. I had no idea. Like your phone blowing up? Yeah, my phone rang like 16 times, which is kind of cool. I felt like I had a lot of friends.
Nice,
like, somebody thought of you. Somebody tagged you. Somebody commented on you.
Yeah, we like that.
It was fun.
Okay, so
You
thank
want everything you want.
Songbird, that's a wrap.